Hey guys, welcome to my channel Testers June. So today's topic is very interesting, and the topic is like what is the basic difference between emulator and simulator. So this is one of the topic where most of the tester used to get confused because emulator and simulator both are the a same kind of tools or software you can say, and which we use for a mobile testing purpose. So why we use a emulator, and what is the purpose of the simulator, and what is the basic difference between these two? So today's topic is totally based on that. So I have a one small PPT which I will be sharing with you, and I will be explaining these two topics one by one with the help of that PPT. So let me share my screen first, guys. Yeah, so I hope my screen is visible now. So emulator and simulator, before starting the topic, I'm just going to give you the basic idea about it. So whenever we do the kind of the software testing, or better to say the mobile testing, we need a kind of devices where we can upload the APK files or application and do the kind of testing. So if suppose we are a kind of tester, we have a specific devices, we can go and test the specific feature of the application. But suppose if we want to do the kind of compatibility testing, like different operating systems and different mobile versions, how we will be managing? Because we cannot do a kind of testing on every platform on the real devices, because that will be more costly, right? So to just overcome this problem, we have a kind of option like emulator. So emulator and simulator is a kind of the virtual device which helps to do the kind of testing. So as a tester, we can upload our APK or application or product in the emulator or simulator, and we can do the kind of testing. So whichever operating system we want, whichever version of mobile we want, we can create a emulator and simulator, and we can do the kind of testing. So this is the virtual device. So as a tester, we can use all those device based on our requirement, and we can do the testing easily. So this is the basic of the emulator and simulator. So let me take you through the slides one by one. So first slide, as I described, like what is the emulator? Emulator is a kind of a virtual device. So the question is how emulator works. Like suppose if I need a kind of device having the specific operating system, having a specific version, and we are trying to launch it. So how exactly it works? So emulator actually mimics the a real device, a software and hardware configuration on the top of the the system which we are using, and based on that try to perform the action. So actually how it happens, like we explaining in the other slide. So why, first of all, why we use emulator? So as I said, like if we have a kind of the requirement, we need a different kind of the operating system and different versions for the testing, and better to say the compatibility testing to test the feature on the different combination. So in that case we cannot rely on the specific device, so we need the so many devices for the testing purpose, and we cannot get all those at once. So better to just use one or two real device, and the other the emulators or the virtual device for a better testing purpose. Yeah, and what is the the pros of the virtual devices? So as I mentioned, you can just go through one by one. I will be sharing this PPT in the description. So this is the self-explanatory, and other slide is like simulator. So yeah, so simulator is again a kind of virtual device. So simulator and emulator both are the virtual device only. Emulator always used for the Android execution purpose, like test cases. If we want to test on the Android devices, we will be using the emulator, and a simulator for the iOS. Like if we have a kind of IPA file, or you can say the any kind of build which we want to test on the virtual iOS devices, we will be using the simulator. So why simulator, why not emulator? What is actual difference between these two? We will be uh, taking in the next slide. So here actually I'm explaining what exactly emulator is and how it works. So first I will just read the content which I have mentioned over here. So computer system and mobile devices powered by the different processors family, and a processor works on ISA. ISA stands for instruction set architecture. It is mainly set of machine language commands which helps to communicate between software and hardware. So to mimic the hardware and software of a target device, emulator recreate the process on recreate the processor on a computer, and for this they have to translate the instruction set architecture of mobile phone into the computer uses. This process is known as a binary translation and slows down the performance of emulator. Yeah, so what exactly it means? So what exactly emulator does? So as I mentioned here clearly, to mimic the hardware and software of a target device, emulator recreate the processor on a computer, and for this they have to translate the instruction set architecture. So why instruction set architecture needs to be translated? Because as I said, device will have their own ISA, because it will have own processor, and computer system will have own processor and own ISA. So both ISA will not be same. So if I want to mimic device software and hardware on the computer system, we need to do this translation. So because of that, we need some more time to translate the ISA of the specific device to the computer device. That's why emulator always takes more time, and it's very slow, because this translation needs to be happen, and this is known as the binary translation. Okay, and this is the one of the cause. I think as a tester, if you would have used emulator most of the time, this is the common issue. Like emulator always used to take more time while executing the test cases. This is the main reason behind it, and this is the actual flow of the emulator, how actually emulator works internally. So now I will just go to the next slide. This is the basically a difference between emulator and simulator, so you can just go through by yourself. Yeah, one point I will be taking from here: emulator are written in the machine level language and simulator is the high level language. What exactly these two terms are, I have mentioned in the next slide. Like, yeah, so machine language in the sense like in forms of binary values 0 and 1, and high level language in the sense the Java, C, Python, these are all the high level language where we use a kind of the symbols also, like plus, minus, and the percentage sign I have mentioned here. So simple logic, like if we are using the binary terms 0 and 1, this is the low level language, or better to say it's a machine level language. And when we are using the Java, C, Python, these are all the high level language. Let me go to the next slide. Now a feature cannot be tested with the virtual devices. So before starting this, I just want to tell you a little bit more on a simulator. So as I said, like emulator is something which helps to execute the cases on the Android device. Same simulator does for the iOS. So difference is, like as I said, the emulator mimic the software and the hardware of a target device on the computer device, but actually simulator does not mimic the hardware. That's why emulator takes more time rather than the simulator. So this is the small difference between this simulator and emulator basically, and the working wise both are same. Both are used for the kind of virtual devices for a different platform like iOS and Android. And now just go to the next slide. Yeah, so here actually these are all again the self-explanatory. So whatever I have described before, I'm just mentioning here as a key point, and at the end, yeah, finish. So this is the basic difference between simulator and emulator. Why we use, what is the actual flow, inside flow of emulator and simulator, how both are differ from each other, and if not, why we have these two terms. So I have explained very clearly, and I have tried to explain it in a very simple way. But still, if you have any doubt, try to make a comment, and definitely you will be getting the response from my end. And yeah, that's all about this video. And one more thing, guys, like if we don't want to use the emulator, we want to use all the real devices where we can test our application, we have one more option, that is the Browser Stack. So Browser Stack is a online platform which provides the kind of the setup where we can use the real devices, but this is not free, this is the paid version. I'm just trying to start the Browser Stack videos as well. So that will be the Browser Stack series. So I will be trying to give you the overview of the Browser Stack, how it works for the functional side, for automation sides, and that will be max 8 to 10 videos. Hope that will be more helpful, and that will give you the clear idea how we can use the Browser Stack also for a testing purpose. So that's all about today's video. I hope the video was very nice and you would have enjoyed it. Thank you so much, guys.